This really hurts. It really just does something to the inside that I can't even explain, because this is nothing somebody do overnight. And for her to put that on Facebook, that I tried to rape and molest her daughter, it really upsets me. I'm here today to prove that I didn't molest my best friend Valencia's daughter. Last month, me and Valencia decided to do a sleepover with the kids. We planned a movie night. We was cooking together. We was drinking together, smoking together, having a great time. And I guess we got over-partied or whatever, and everybody passed out. I had to find out the next day by my friend Willie. She told Willie that I was touching her daughter's butt, I touched her daughter's leg, and the next morning she came in talking about I tried to take off her bra. I knew I was drinking and intoxicated that night and went into the little girl's room, but I would never, ever touch a child. And she said that my pants were unbuttoned. No, my belt was just unbuttoned. And it hurts me because she went on Facebook and called me a rapist, and she said she wanted the world to know. I have been with these kids over 15 years, fixing bottles, combing hair, changing diapers, and you think that I would do something like this to your daughter? And Valencia, no, we are closer than friends. We are just like sisters. There's nothing I wouldn't do for Valencia if she wouldn't ask me. Now she want to sit up there and call me a rapist and separate me from my family. And that really hurts. She should know in her heart and her head that I'm not capable of doing that to any child. I am a fully gay man for over 20-some years plus. I decided to take the lie detectors because I want the world to know the truth, and I want to clear my name up. And so Valencia can stop lying on me in our hometown. Got everybody looking at me like I'm crazy and stupid and a molester. I'm not a molester. I feel like Valencia is really coaching her daughter, putting these extra words in her mouth, and having her to make up a story that ain't even happened. And I don't know what she has against me, and I have been nothing but good to her, but for her to sit up there and say that I'm a molester, like why? What is your whole mindset for doing this to me? And the only thing I have did is give you nothing but unconditional love, time, and patience with your kids that I took on as mine. Hell no, I do not miss Valencia, I miss my kids. That's what hurts the most, because I've been in their life so long and I know that they miss me and I miss them. I done took this lie detector test and I know I'm gonna pass, but Valencia, if you don't pass yours and you forcing your daughter to sit up there and put that on me, we're gonna have a problem.
Tell me exactly what happened and what did your daughter say to you?
Okay, it started August the 25th. We was having family night, movie night. Bird came over with popcorn, Hennessy. Him and my husband was drinking. Him and Willie only took 2 shots because he just got off work. He was tired. I only had 1 shot because I was tired. I was the one doing most of the cooking. We watched movies and stuff. The last family member left my home around 12-something on the 26th that morning. Okay, I told my daughter to go to bed. She went to bed. I told Bird that I was getting ready to go to bed too. I'm tired, it's 12 o'clock in the morning. I know you want to get comfortable on the couch. So I got up, made sure the kids was covered up in their rooms. The boys was in their room and the 3 girls was in their room. I went and laid across my bed. My husband came, laid right there next to me. Here it is, 2 in the morning. I wake up to my daughter screaming, jumping up and down saying, "Mama, mama, 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 mama." Steve, that scared me. I knew something bad happened, I just didn't know what. I said, "Baby, calm down, what's wrong? Talk to me." She said, Mama, Bird was in my room touching on me. I said, "Bird, you gotta go. What's wrong, Lance, what's wrong?" I said, "We'll talk about it tomorrow, but right now you gotta go." He had like he was too tired, he was drunk, he couldn't get up. And I noticed his pants was loose. That confirmed to me right there that what my daughter said was true.
Now, Bird has been in your children's lives for a long time, right?
A long time, yes.
And he's, from what my wife has told me, he's babysit these your children.
And not just my kids, other kids too, Steve. Yeah. And that's the reason why I made the Facebook post. I didn't want to make the post. Like I told my daughter, "Baby, your
what's
friend..."
the Facebook post?
I made a post. I was just letting others know that I was crossed by Bird. He tried to molest my daughter.
So let me ask you this. Why do you do something like that?
My daughter told me to do it.
Now, you took a lie detector test, whether you're coaching your daughter.
I did not coach my daughter.
You know what? I'm believing you, because why would you do this? I mean, this is your husband's brother's lover. He's been around the kids for years and years and years. Why? And you know, you guys are having movie nights. You're getting together. You guys are all friends, and I got to imagine a lot of good times.
He even bought me a rose that day. He said he was thinking about me, Steve.
Bird.
Right. That was weird.
Well, I mean, is it weird? I mean, maybe he just, you know, he really likes you, right? You guys are great friends.
And this happened the same night, though?
Yeah.
Like,
So that's why I'm saying, I don't believe you're lying. Why would you want to blow up the circle of friends and family you have?
you think I want to be on TV? I'm doing this for my daughter.
10 years later, you calling me a rapist?
Man, don't play with me.
pedophile?
Do not play
You
with
know
me.
damn
Don't play
well.
with me, bitch.
You know damn
Don't play
well.
with me, bitch.
You know damn
Don't play
well.
with me. When it comes to my kids, I ain't got no understanding.
You know,
you
I don't have
always
none
know
either,
that,
but at
bitch.
the same time, then, bitch. It's up there. It's up there then.
Been up there.
So you know damn well I ain't
Been
do
up
that to
there.
your daughter.
What you want me up out of my seat for?
You
What
need to
want
ask
me up-
yourself that.
Huh? You was in the
Because
house.
it did
You
not go
heard
that
it. You heard it.
You know they
You
go
heard
that
it.
far.
You heard
Hurt
it.
her how?
Oh, you
Said I
you
tried
right
to rape her. How?
You
if
right.
I'm intoxicated, drunk, out my body, how could I
I don't
feel
want to hear no
like trying
excuses. Now shut. Listen to me, Steve. My daughter crossed over my other daughter and ran out the room. That's how she got away from you.
You came on TV for this? No. Like I say,
The police moving too slow for me. The police moving too slow for me.
You never probably called the police because why they never contacted me?
I never called the police.
How they never
The
contacted
producer.
me?
Why they ain't
And
contacted
a real mother is gonna wake a rapist up in their house and beat their ass while they there.
How long have you known Valencia?
For over 15 years.
Yeah. And you've been involved in her life for, and how would you describe your relationship with Valencia?
Man, I was tight. We were real close. Like, Steve, when I was at the lowest point in my life, she was there for me. Yeah. When I was down, you know, she was there to pick me up. You know, likewise with her. She's taking trips, enjoying her life. I put my life on hold to raise her kids.
So you would be alone with the kids and watch
numerous
them?
times,
Yeah.
numerous days, numerous weeks while she's going out doing whatever she wants to do. After I'm sitting up on the couch, after I ate, because like I said, we cooked and everything, I unbuttoned my belt. Yeah. So my baby ended up, you know, saying, let's go lay down. So I didn't know I'm out of my body. I'm out of it, you know, intoxicated. So I laid in the middle. It's 3 girls. Right. It's 3 girls.
So
I chose to touch the I mean.
Right. So like it happens, kids want an adult to lay in bed with them. I mean, that's not unusual. And this isn't a stranger. This is somebody that...
This their second mom.
Right. They know you as well as anybody.
Yes, they run to me before her.
And you love these kids.
I love them. Okay. All of her kids.
Ever been accused of anything like this ever
Never,
before?
never, Steve, never. Yeah. This is the first. And I've been watching kids since I was 14, 15 years old, and here I am, a 43, fully gay man. And you mean to tell me a little girl? Yeah. No.
Yeah. I'm not going to say, you know, he's saying he's a better mother, but regardless of that, do your kids look at him like that type of figure in their lives, that this is like a second mother figure to them?
Yeah, second mother, but I heard everything he said about him watching my kids like that. You do not watch my kids like that. Don't tell me
Has he been alone with them, though? Have you said, hey, Willie, can you watch me?
Yeah, he lived with us. He didn't have nowhere to go.
Okay.
I helped him.
Okay, yeah.
I had somewhere to go.
I'm not saying anything about that, but I'm saying he has been numerous times in the past alone with the kids.
Yeah, years. Like he been with.
Okay.
I'm not picking my bird over my niece. I never do that, and you know that. You know what I'm saying? You know I fight and go to hell for my nieces and nephews. But just deep down in my heart, I don't feel like that man did that. And I just, like I told you, it could have been handled in a better way. It's just like, if you don't pass, bitch, we gonna have problems. If you don't pass, we gonna have problems. Somebody better do something.
Do you think Bert touched your daughter sexually?
Like me coming from my daughter, you gotta believe your daughter.
Yeah.
You know,
you gotta believe her.
You gotta believe your daughter.
Yeah. Is it plausible that your daughter said, Bird, you know, I think everybody accepts the fact that your kids look at him as like maybe an extra parent or, you know, somebody they're very close to. She said, come lay with me. Kids do that all the time, right? Mm-hmm. So is it possible that your daughter freaked out that he was just laying in bed with them?
I really don't know, because this one's older. So I really don't know what to believe. I'm like my brother this time.
Steve,
I just want to know the point. I just want to know the truth. I just want to know the truth. I'm not going to lie.
She said her daughter don't want to talk to me. Her daughter don't want to see me. And I'm like, why? And then I was like, Lance, do you think I was possessed or a spirit came over me to do something like this? Because that ain't even in my character.
Right.
I don't even touch people's kids.
But so you were just apologizing, say, hey, sorry, this whole
I really
thing.
wasn't apologizing because I don't have nothing to apologize for. Okay. I wanted to talk to her, the baby.
Right.
To let her know, like, what's going on. Like, because you know that ain't me. We just went to a game Wednesday and then Friday. Well,
let's find out. So Bert came here and took a lie detector test, and we asked him, did you at any time intentionally touch, rub, or fondle Valencia's daughter for your own sexual gratification? He answered no. Did you enter Valencia's daughter's bedroom with the intention of engaging in inappropriate sexual acts to her daughter? You answered no. Did you at any time attempt to take off Valencia's daughter's bra and fondle her breast while in bed with her? You answered no. Results came back the same to each one of those questions. And it came back that Bird told the truth. Okay, Valencia came here and she took a lie detector test. And we asked her, did you at any time help coach your daughter to say Bird touched her inappropriately? You answered no. Did you practice with your daughter about how and what she should say that Bird touched her inappropriately? You answered no. Did you fabricate this story that Bird touched your daughter inappropriately because you were upset and angry with him? You answered no. The results came back all the same to those three questions, and it came back that Valencia did not tell the truth.
No, something not right. Something not right.
Hold on. That's a lie.
She's right. There's something's not right, and it's her. So here's what I got to say, and that's the point I'm about to make. We don't know you. Never met any of you. Don't even. I don't talk to anybody before the show. The first time I meet all of you, we stand on the stage. So I don't know who the hell you are. But it's said, I mean, this is a terrible story because a couple things here. This guy comes on, he's accused of child molesting. He's off the charts telling the truth. Off the charts telling the truth.
Won't God do it?
She comes, she fails every question. Because you're lying.
How?
I gotta be dreaming.
She started talking about how.
But do I believe that she said that he was touching her inappropriately? No. I think she got in her head and then she put it in your daughter's head. I do believe that your daughter probably woke up, was confused and, excitable and came in your room. I believe that's all true. But come on, man. Like, again, we're not picking sides here. We're exposing the truth. I gotta say this, though. You can get the hell off my stage.
I'm having a big watch party. I'm gonna turn up after this. I ain't got nothing to lie about.
Fix it.
Which is shocking because everybody says how close everybody was. So I don't know why she would continue to lie, make the lie bigger than what it was. And the other thing is, why she would post this on Facebook.
It went to 3 different things in less than 24 hours.
Well, because you're creating a dangerous situation also.
Yeah, I went to touch her there, touch her body, trying to take off her bra, to rape her.
Yeah.
That's some serious accusation, bro.
Just the
I
whole...
could be in jail right now. I could be locked up for no reason.
But I did believe you because
thank you.
I don't think the story makes sense that somebody who's so involved with these kids' lives, cooking, cleaning, being left alone with them all the time, and then all of a sudden, after all these years, you turn into a molester. I don't believe it.
Ain't no way. Thank you, Steve.
I know you're thanking God, but you can thank me also.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Steve. We love you, Steve.
Yeah. And listen, I'm glad that you were able to come here and
clear my name.
And listen, whatever happens with Valencia, this is hard to recover from.
Just wish her well.
Yeah. And I wish you well.
I'm good.
Yeah, no,
I needed this. I needed this. I came for this.
But it's still, at the end of the day, it's sad. You know, he didn't do anything wrong, but you also want to maintain a relationship with
my
them.
brother and my nieces and nephews.
Somehow, I hope that you can forgive her. Hopefully, she's honest with you someday why this happened, And I just hope, I just wish you all the best of luck. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Mary says her marriage to Christopher changed after she constantly caught him cheating. She thought about leaving, but Christopher has been trying everything to gain her trust back, including moving into a new house almost 2 years ago. Mary says she hoped the fresh start would help the relationship, but things are starting to feel all too familiar. And now she believes Christopher hasn't really changed at all. Take a look.
Back in January 16th of 2006, I knew something wasn't right. Family came and got me, said that she's in labor, she's in a lot of pain. I got there, I rushed her up to the hospital here. They had to rush her into emergency surgery because she was hemorrhaging. And when my son was born, he was stillborn. I just lost myself bad. February 4th, 2016, we were blessed with a handsome baby boy, Christopher. He was my junior. He showed all the signs of being healthy. 7 months after him being born, he suffered from severe medical issues. He ended up passing away. We sat there with him until he took his last breath. And that was even worse. I just couldn't keep myself together. Coming out of that, you know, growing up, I didn't get a lot of attention from females. Then the attention just started coming out of nowhere. I started feeding into it. My wife, Mary, found out that I was cheating. She had apps downloaded on my phone and seen that I was receiving text messages from other females, pictures, and then she'd end up talking to them and then finding out that I was doing things that I shouldn't have been doing. It's happened quite a few times, and she just didn't feel I loved her anymore. And now I'm willing to do whatever I got to do to prove to her now that my love for her is strong. I mean, I can't live without her. I want to be with her for the rest of my life. We moved to a new house, and I promised her fresh beginning, and I agreed to her having surveillance cameras in the house. Now she's telling me on cameras that she has videos of me leaving in the middle of the night, which in the middle of the night I've never left to be with another woman. I have not been cheating for the past 1.5 years, almost 2 years. She is my heart. Me and my wife, Mary, we've been together for 19 years. I want to be with her. I want to die with her. I want to grow old with her. She is my heart, she's my soul. I just want everything right again, man. I want that inseparableness back we had in the beginning.
Mary, when you hear your husband say all that, how do you feel?
I want to believe him, but it's very hard because he broke my trust very badly with all this cheating.
How long have the two of you been together?
19 years.
19 years, a long time. Were the two of you married when he cheated?
Yes. I mean, there were occasions, there was one before we were married, and then most of them were after we were married, where he completely thought I was stupid and wouldn't catch on.
And did he eventually confess that he was cheating?
Eventually,
Yeah.
eventually, on a couple of them, but other ones I had to find myself, so.
And how many times has he cheated on that you know of?
At least 5 that I know of.
What if he fails today?
Then I'm gonna have to be done. I can't keep living like that. I cannot keep letting myself get hurt. And my daughter doesn't need to be around that.
Yeah. Have you ever cheated on Christopher?
In the beginning of a relationship, there was once. But ever since we've lived together and been married now.
I'm just curious, why did you cheat?
I was young. I was stupid. It was in the very beginning.
When you were married?
No, we weren't married.
Oh, yeah.
It was when we were just dating.
Yeah, that doesn't count. What do you hope happens today?
I'm hoping he passes his test because I want us to be able to move on as a family and get past the bad.
Yeah, because you would like to work things out with Christopher.
Yes, I would.
But you said if he fails, then it's...
I have to be. I can't keep letting myself get hurt the way he did.
Yeah, and you're a young
destroyed
woman.
me.
You can move on. Yeah. All right, well, let's meet your husband,
All right.
Christopher.
Chris, I need to know.
I want to explain something to you. I know I've screwed up entirely too much in my life. Seeing pictures of us now, because of everything that I have done. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I can't live without you. And no matter what happens, please let me finish. No matter what happens, till death do us part, I'm yours. I don't want nobody else. I want my family.
I can't be lied to anymore.
You know, your wife doesn't trust you. Yeah. You have cheated on her.
I deserve that. I did that.
You destroyed me, Christopher.
I destroyed her.
Why did you do that?
I'm just a moron. Yeah. I've done a lot of things that I'm not very proud of. I've made a lot of bad decisions, bad mistakes in my life. But you know what? Now, coming to a point to where, the time, and she ended up being in labor. And
you had sex with somebody while she was in labor?
Yes.
In a way, yes, and in a way, no.
Yeah,
I did not know she was in labor.
Well, that's why you should have answered your phone.
And then how did you find out your wife was in labor?
Well, that night when I got off work, I drove up to the girl's house and had sex with her. I went out and got my phone out the car.
Yeah.
Went and grabbed my phone. I seen 39 missed calls, multiple different texts.
And did you say, oh man, I'm in trouble?
I called her back while I was there. And I'm like,
and
what's going on? And then she heard people, her in the background. And then it's like, I know you're cheating on me. I left. I took her to the hospital. And now, I deserve everything I get from her. Everything that we've built, I destroyed. I need to work to get that trust, and I want that spark back.
Are you truthful now?
No. I have mistakes. What I say to her is...
So you still lie?
Yes, I have.
Why?
It's not about opposite sex. It's breaking promises in general.
Yeah,
it's
but,
lying.
Okay.
Lying is
listen,
lying.
But listen, you have this long-term marriage, you have a wife, she wants to work, but you constantly lie and cheat.
Yeah.
How do you fix that? You've been caught multiple times. Yeah. You lie just to lie.
Just an idiot, man.
Right, well, it's not that you're an idiot,
I'm an idiot.
but I think you have some behavioral problems that you're not going to be able to fix on your own.
No, I need help.
That's what I'm saying. You need to go get some professional help.
Yes.
But let's find out if you've been faithful. You don't think Mary's been cheating, right? No.
I know she hasn't.
But we gave her a lie detector test anyways.
And it's not her that's here for it. It's me.
Since being in a relationship with Christopher, have you had any sexual physical contact with any other men? She answered no. Since being in a relationship with Christopher, have you had sexual intercourse with any other man? She answered no. Results came back the same to each question, and it came back that Mary told the truth. All right, Christopher's up next.
Gee, that sounds great.
We asked him, do you have any secret cell phones that you used to communicate with other women that Mary doesn't know about? He answered no. When you go out in the middle of the night, have you ever met up with a woman for sex? He answered no. Since moving to a new house 2 years ago, have you had sexual intercourse with any other woman besides Mary? He answered no. Since moving to a new house 2 years ago, have you had any sexual physical contact with any other woman besides Mary? He answered no. The results came back all the same, and they came back that Christopher told the truth.
I understand. Now we get to help and we can move on.
the good news is, even without help, he's been faithful for 2 years. That's a good start, yeah.
That's not going to change the past, but I can change the future.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
Samir, you got to be thrilled to death, huh? Were you expecting those results?
No, not really. I was expecting them to be a lie.
I'm not going to lie to you. I thought the same thing. But he's trying. I mean, I think this is, if anything else, at least it says, hey, he does love you. He wants to make it work. But like I said, when I go home, I think he needs to speak to somebody and learn how to certain behavioral changes.
It's already in the works.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck to you. We're really happy for you. Thanks. Rain says that she has blocked out many of her childhood memories, but the few that remain are of her mother's ex sexually abusing her. Rain never told her mother about the abuse for fear of hurting her, and it wasn't until 2 years ago that Rain found the courage to speak up. But to her surprise, her mother didn't believe her. Take a look.
I come here today to see if I failed as a mother or if my child is a liar. I found out 2 years ago that my daughter had been molested by someone that I had been with for a while. My first thought was that it didn't happen. There's no way. It didn't happen. You know, and she's like, Mom, it did. And I was like, well, why did you wait so long to tell me? Well, what made me think that she was lying was because I never got a true story from her. She has never gave me detail on what happened. She said it was too gruesome for me to hear. But I want to know. I want to know what he did to my daughter. Before all this happened, she was my shadow. We would go everywhere together. You know, I would do her makeup. She would do my hair. We would go to the park. We'd go camping. We'd go fishing. It was always like that. Anything happened, I was always the one she told. I was always the one she came to. Because I do doubt it. It caused a lot of turmoil in between Rainey and me. Our relationship has been entirely different. We don't talk as much. A lot of times when we do talk, it winds up in an argument over something small. I just feel like this has put a wedge in my little best friend. I hope by her taking this lie detector test that it will give us closure and we can move forward with our relationship. I was blinded. She played a good role. A very good role. I had no idea. You know, and I just need to know for sure that this happened to her.
I find it interesting, she says in the tape, I'm here to find out if my daughter was molested or if she's a liar. Like, why wouldn't your mother just believe you?
Couldn't tell you.
What happened to you when you were a child?
Through ages 12 to 15, I was molested by I used to sleep in the bed all the time with my mom, and he had touched me in my private area. You know, and at the time I didn't know any better. I didn't know like what I was supposed to do. I was just confused. I was like, well, why is this happening?
So it would take place while she was in the bed, but she'd be sleeping.
Or sometimes it would take place in like the living room where, you know, after everybody had done gone to bed.
Right. So you never told your mother when you were a teenager?
Well, I had said something to her once before. I told her about him grabbing my butt when I was asleep in the bed with her. She looked at me and she told me, she says, well, he sleepwalked, so maybe he thought you was me. So he probably didn't mean to.
So he was molesting you in his sleep?
Supposedly.
But she never confronted him, right?
Not that I'm aware.
Yeah. Now, but 2 years ago, you decided you wanted to speak up and tell her exactly what happened.
No, I didn't tell it to her.
Oh, okay.
I didn't tell it to her until after she heard everything, and I just kind of like distanced myself from her, and
So you
then we
told other
started
people
back
who
talking
told her,
again.
and then you heard the response was like nothing.
I heard the response was that she would beat my ass.
Your mother said, I'm going to beat her ass.
Yes, that's what I heard. I heard that that was her response, so I just distanced myself until I felt comfortable going to her and actually having the conversation with her.
All right, well, let's bring out your mom, Shannon.
Rainey, you never told me. You never told me that he done that.
I never said anything
because
to you.
I told you when I found out that if you would have told me the first time, I would have killed him, Rainey. That's exactly what I said.
What you say now is completely different from how you were back then.
And then the whole thing about me kicking your ass, I said if she's lying, I'm gonna kick her ass. That's exactly what I said. You went to everybody else but the one that mattered, me.
Because I knew how you would be.
I could have got rid of that problem.
You wouldn't have.
Yes, I would have.
No, you wouldn't have, because after I said something, after
Yes,
I
I
come
would've.
out talking about it, after I had my kid, you still sat there and called me a liar.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
Do you think it's possible that what she's saying today happened?
Yeah, I think something happened. I do.
What do you think happened?
I think that they messed around. I do.
They messed around?
Okay, I'm going to tell you this story.
Okay, I'd love to hear it.
All right, when I found out about it, all three of us sat down at a table. And I said, do you have something you need to say to my daughter? I said, Rainey, do you have something you need to say to him? There was no emotion out of either one of them. Either one of them.
So
and
you
I
thought they
say,
were fooling around when she was a teenager?
and I said, Rainey, do you have something to say to him? So-and-so, do you have something to say to her? And he says, if I did this to you, I'm sorry, but you know I sleepwalk. She says, it's okay.
Okay, so no matter what she says, he says, well, if I did it in my sleep.
Yeah.
And you're okay with that?
And she says,
and
it's
you're okay with that?
No, I'm
response?
not.
Well, what did you say to him?
I just looked at both of them and got up and went out of the dining room.
Okay. That's all you did?
Because he was asleep. He turned over
Okay,
in the
but
bed.
why, wouldn't you as a mom say, you know, wouldn't you say, maybe our daughter shouldn't sleep with us because I have a grown man in the bed?
I would be asleep and she would come get in the bed. I would be asleep. She would come get in the bed.
But at some point you could have told your daughter, maybe it's not a good idea to come in here.
And I have told her that, Rainey, go back to your room. Mom, I can't sleep. I'm scared. And I scoot over in the bed and I'd say, lay right here, Rainey.
Yeah, but when you would get up and go to work, Mom, I wish you would have woke me up and told me to go to my room. But you never did. And I'd get woke up to him messing with me. And I'd get up and go to my room.
And that's when you should have told me, Rainey.
Rainey came here, we asked you, did your mother's ex sexually molest you when you were between the ages of 12 and 15 years old? You answered yes, and the result for your lie detector test is that you told the truth.
Rainey, I never said you lied. I never said you lied about that, Rainey, ever.
I hope this helps you, and I hope this is the first step of rebuilding a nice relationship with both of you. Thanks for coming on.
Brianna is crazy, you know, hurt and bitter.
He's delusional, he's dumb, and he's a fool for coming all the way out here just to be still lying about the whole situation.
You know, I met Bria on Facebook, you know, so everything seemed cool. Then, you know, as things started progressing, I started seeing that wasn't my type. So, you know, but instead of me being a man, though, just telling her that, I was still, you know, hooking up with her. You know, I found out she was pregnant. Boom. At this time, I'm already knowing I don't want to be with her. My son born, everything was cool. Then my girlfriend Jalea, she ended up getting pregnant. That's when everything went left. You know, like she stopped letting me see my son and stuff like that, you know.
About a year ago, my sister went to talk to Rocco about co-parenting with their child.
Me and Bree was already arguing all that day before, you know, all earlier this day we were arguing. I was already trying to get her to go to court so I can get visitation with my oldest son.
Things got a little heated.
She said, your son ugly. That's what caught my attention. I walked towards her, I'm like, what the hell you mean my son ugly? That's when she maced me.
When we got there, he was yelling already and screaming and stuff, but she was still in the car. And then eventually she got out the car and he started walking up on her. So she maced him, and then that's when he picked up whatever he picked up, and he swung it at her and broke her nose. I didn't know she was bleeding until she came back to the car. Her nose was gushing blood, like blood was leaking everywhere, like all over her clothes, all over her, everywhere.
I called the police. The police come. They got the gun on me. Put your hands behind your back. She told the police I threw a stick at her face. Then she maced me.
I seen Rocco hit her, but I actually didn't see him pick up anything, so he probably had to have already had the object that he hit her with in his hand. But I did actually see him swing on her.
Leah's relative was getting her hair braided, and that's when, you know, the girl that was braiding her hair told her, like, yeah, Michaela punched Brianna in the nose. That's what got Rocco locked up.
Me and Rocco never had no argument or anything, so it would be like no reason for me to do that. He went to jail behind the situation, so why would I want to take my nephew's dad away from him for something that I did?
I sat in jail for like 7 months. I'm just sitting there thinking, like, why would she do something like that?
The way my sister knows was after she got hit in the face, there's no way that I could do that. There's no way that she would even want me to punch her in the nose just for him to go to jail. Like, it doesn't make sense. You're not that important to me. Like, you're not.
Like, you know, I already did my time for it. I'm just basically here just to clear my name, and when my son get older, he sees to see this and see what I had to deal with.
Rocco, he does need to do more for his son, because when he comes to my sister's house, he doesn't even pay attention to his son. He's just worried about my sister. They even still sleep together, 2 weeks ago.
I think she making it up because she hurt, you know, like, I mean, you know, I got a new girl, got her name tatted on my face, and, you know, I did everything that she wanted me to do with her throughout her pregnancy, but you can't be with somebody you don't want to be with, regardless.
What is going on?
Like my sister said, why would I do all of this just for you to get locked up and take you away from our child?
So he's saying, hey, my girlfriend has a problem with our son.
Yes.
And what does that mean? Like, I can't take him as much?
Yeah, he basically is letting me know, you know, when they're into it, he does this. He'll come and tell me things, and then when they're back, you know, good, I'm bitter and I'm crazy and delusional.
I don't know if I'd have somebody punch me in the nose.
Exactly.
Like, hey, man, like, get me right here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want, you know, the nose hurts.
Yeah, it's very bad.
Yeah, so your nose was broken 3 places.
Yes.
They did a good job fixing it, I'll say that.
Yeah,
because it looks pretty good. So what's going on with you and Rocco? Are you in a relationship with him? You're not? Because your sister says you slept with him 2 weeks ago.
Yes. I still, you know, we have a kid together, so I do still have feelings, you know, not like I want to be with him feelings. I'll say I have love for him. You know, we have a kid together. I'll always love him. Do I want to be in a relationship with him? No.
So you have sex with him?
Yes,
After he punched you and broke your nose?
Yes, I know. Yeah, I know.
You know, if somebody ever punched me and broke my nose, I'm certainly never having, I would assume it's a man, so there's no way that's going to happen. But if a woman did break my nose, I'm never sleeping with her again.
Right, so I went, you know, to his house to talk to him. I got out the car. We started, you know, exchanging words. I did call his son ugly. I was hurt. And
your son?
Their son, together.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
What are you bringing the kids in it for?
I was angry, and everything that he has done to me, you know, sometimes it just happens.
I understand, but you know that's wrong.
Yeah, I was wrong. I did apologize, but I called his son ugly, and he walked towards me, and he said, call my son ugly again. I called him ugly again. And so when he started walking towards me, you know, I had some mace, and I felt like I needed to defend myself. And, you know, so I maced him.
You sprayed him?
Yeah.
Right in the face?
Right in the face.
And what happened?
And that's when, well, I can't really remember if the stick hit me first and then I maced him. I just know when he walked up to me, like it happened so fast, I kind of blacked out.
Did you get knocked out?
I didn't pass out, but if you ever been hit in the nose and you kind of like.
You see black.
Yeah. When the stick hit me, it was so much blood. Like,
yeah.
You know, my kids were in the car.
You know, that has to be traumatic for them to see that.
Very. And then I called the police and they were there literally within 2 minutes, a minute or two.
Okay, so the police come and they lock him up.
Yep.
And was there a trial or a plea bargain?
I don't know what.
So you didn't go to court or
No.
anything? Now he's with this Julia. Isn't she going to be pissed when she finds out that you're still sleeping with him?
I'm pretty sure, but she can't be too pissed because I'm sure she already knows.
How does she know?
She knows if you know Rocco, you know.
He's a cheater.
Yeah.
Now he's.
You are a liar. And you know I did not have my sister hit me in my face.
So what you think you did?
You hit me with the stick.
I ain't even. We can read the results right now. Like, bitch, you know you
sure
lying.
can.
You know you lying. Sorry though.
So how do you think that the sister broke her nose?
Cause I heard. I mean, why else would somebody just random person that ain't got nothing to do with the you know?
But did somebody tell you, hey, the sister did this?
Yeah.
And you believe this person?
I mean, why else would they say it?
What happened? She told her side of the story. What happened that day that this all went down?
So earlier that day, we was arguing all day for maybe 2 to 3 days straight. Why? Because she don't let me see my son. Shot up, he can't be around your girlfriend, whatever the case is. Bitterness, because I mean, if she get a boyfriend, I can't tell her, hey, my son can't be around him. You know, so I think that's all irrelevant. We arguing all that day. She come there on BS. I step outside. I'm talking to my friend that was already outside. She's sitting there just talking and talking. I'm thinking that her sister was a dude at first. That's the only, you know. I'm like, the hell, who the hell is at my house? You know, I go outside. She's sitting in the car arguing, you know, sitting there yelling. I'm just ignoring her. I'm like, she like, I want to fight. I'm not about to go to jail.
She said she wanted to fight?
Yeah, told me I want to fight.
Were you scared?
Like, yeah, I ain't scared. I'm just like, I'm not about to go to jail. You know, I was already on probation. I'm on probation, you know. So I'm like, bro, just, you know, get away from my crib. Why are you pulling up to my house anyways? My name on the lease, not your name. Not, no,
you don't live together.
No, exactly. There's no reason for you to be there. I step towards her, she makes me. I fall to the ground, my man's helping me in the house. I get in the house, he poured milk and water in my face. I call the police. I guess she pulled down the street and called the police. The police came, she told them out. After she maced me, I ran in the house, got a machine gun, aimed a machine gun at the car. How do all this mace? Like,
did he have a machine gun?
He did. He has pulled one on me.
But that day,
no, he didn't.
So, but you told the police
I made that part
okay,
up. Yes,
so
I did.
You made that whole thing up, right?
As far as
you made that whole thing up, right?
No,
you made that whole thing up, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
We'll see.
Just like you made up that pregnancy, right? You said I was
I'm
pregnant
not
by
talking
you.
to you.
You was
We're
pregnant by
not
me, right?
talking about anything.
Well, didn't you say that right?
We're not
Didn't you
talking
say that
about
too, right?
anything.
You said
I have been pregnant more than once
by me,
by you, and you know that.
The first pregnancy before. Right?
I'm not.
Okay, you still sleeping with her?
No, we never touch her.
You're
again.
lying.
She said after you got out of county that you slept with her. She said she had trash sex with you 2 weeks ago.
Steve, you know how that's live? You pulled my girl out right now. We can call people up right now. Never trash. So I don't know where she got that from.
So you think she'd let you go to prison or not prison?
I mean, she did it. So I mean, I didn't think before that. No.
How's the co-parenting situation going with your son?
All I do is get the drop clothes and shoes off to my son.
You don't get to see him?
No.
Does that hurt? Does that bother you?
Huh?
Does that bother you?
Yeah, most definitely do. I mean, I got my other 2 kids every day. I can't see my oldest son because it's a bitter, you know.
Bitch, quit being weird.
Girl.
Now you know you're lying.
Your baby daddy is a liar.
You believe that she made this all up?
Of course.
Why?
Because she's a liar. She's a manipulator. She do this all the time. Like, she made up being pregnant by him, had fake results and everything. Like,
but this is just what he's telling you.
Exactly.
No, she showed us.
No, she showed us
a fake
pregnancy.
You never met her, though.
She put it on Facebook. Not formally.
Yeah.
But
she put it on Facebook.
No, but you say you reached out, like when he was in county, you were saying, hey, let's get your boys together with his son, their brothers, or half, siblings or whatever. And so you're kind of like being above the fray.
Yeah, I'm trying to be grown because it's about the kids at the end of the day.
Yeah.
If you were trying to be grown,
your feelings don't matter.
If you were trying to be grown,
yes, Michaela.
Nice to meet you too.
cracking your knuckles?
Yeah.
You ready to punch your
I don't
sister
got no
down?
chill. Nah. Actually, yeah. They were supposed to talk about co-parenting. He started getting loud. Of course, if you get loud with me, I'm going to get out the car and I'm going to, I'm going to get out the car. So she got out the car and they were arguing. He started walking up to her. She did mace him first because, of course, you're a guy. You're walking up on her. Of course, she's going to mace you. She feels threatened. And then he hit her. I actually didn't see him pick up anything and hit her.
But you saw him swing.
But I seen him hit her. Like, this is like so delusional. This is dumb
What'd you
to
do
come on this show.
when you saw that? What did you do?
I didn't do nothing because the reaction was so fast. She just bleeding everywhere, just got in the car and tried to get away from the scene.
Okay, and then you called the police.
Yeah, she called them.
And then she told the cops he had a machine gun. Michaela, you're up first.
Okay, that's fine. Of course.
On the day in question, did you witness Rocco strike your sister with an object? You answered yes?
Yeah.
But you just said no.
I mean, I seen him hit her, like I seen
Yeah,
him
but
hit her.
you didn't say you didn't see him pick up anything and hit her with.
No.
All right, so you say yes. You did not tell the truth.
Oh, let's keep going.
Did you fabricate a story that Rocco hit your sister Brianna with an object, causing the injury to her face? You answered no. Did you hit Brianna in the face with any object causing the injury to her face? You answered no. Do you have direct knowledge that Brianna is responsible for her own injuries to her face? You answered no. And the result to those three questions all came back inconclusive. Rocco, you came here and took a lie detector test. On the day in question, did you strike Brianna in the face with any object? You answered no. Are you responsible for the injury to Brianna's nose? You answered no. Did you fabricate the story that you did not hit Brianna on the day in question? You answered no. The results came back all the same, and it came back that Rocco did not tell the truth. But then we wanted to test him for the cheating part of this story. And we asked him, since getting in a relationship with Julia on January 1st of 2021, have you had any sexual physical contact with Brianna? He answered yes, he confessed.
Thank you. I'm glad.
Since being in a relationship with Julia on January,
Hold on.
have you had sexual intercourse with Brianna? He answered yes, he confessed. So since he's been in a relationship with you, he's had sexual.
She already know that.
He admitted to me that she.
I ain't never
So
been broke.
we broke your part up into two parts, the assault and the cheating. On the day in question, did you strike yourself in the face, causing the injury you blame Rocco for? That would be a neat trick. You answered no. On the day in question, did you have your sister strike you in the face, causing the injury you blamed Rocco for? You answered no. Did you fabricate the story that Rocco hit you in the face with an object causing your injuries? You answered no. Results came back all the same. They came back that you told the truth.
Come on.
I told rabbit ass line.
No, you out your
All right,
touch my girl.
Concerning the cheating, since January 1st of 2021, have you had sexual physical contact with Rocco? She answered yes. Since January 1st, 2021, have you had sexual intercourse with Rocco? She answered yes. Is it true that you gave Rocco oral sex 2 weeks ago? The trashy sex. Is it true that you gave Rocco oral sex 2 weeks ago? She answered yes. Results came back all the same, and it came back that Brianna told the truth.
Thank you.
You know, it seems like you've been in some trouble and you just got out of some trouble. You don't want to go back, right? And you want to be a father. You want to raise your kids, right?
For sure.
So you got to change some things in your life. And it's hard as men to say that, like admit that you're doing some wrong things. Even I had to look in the mirror and say, hey, I need to change some things in my life.
Thank you.
Instead of attending his high school graduation, Kendra was sitting in a jail cell. His charges were sodomy and aggravated child molestation. And even though he confessed to these crimes, he says he did not commit them. Kendrick could not afford his $50,000 bail and spent 6 months in jail. But then, 2 family members Kendrick had never met bailed him out. And they say they will do whatever it takes to help him clear his name. Take a look. Kendrick, you spent 6 months in jail for sodomy and child molestation. Did you do it?
No, I did not.
So when you find out that you're being accused of this, what'd you think?
I didn't know what to think. I was scared. I was dumbfounded. And I couldn't believe why she'd even say that.
Did you confess to the police?
No, not the first time when they asked me.
Eventually, did you?
Yes.
Why did you eventually confess to the police that you did this if you didn't do it?
They had said that the detective that was on it said that he had questioned and he believed her. There's no...
But there's no evidence.
No evidence.
Right? No DNA evidence?
No.
No physical evidence?
No.
No evidence whatsoever?
None.
And if you know you didn't do it, you know they don't have any evidence, right? Because I know I didn't do this. I know you guys don't have anything. Why in the hell would I plead guilty?
Oh, to be honest with you, Steve, I was scared.
I believe that.
I'm 18. I don't know what to say, what's going on. They had told me that if I just confessed that this would go away quick and I'd be able to go out again, live my life.
So at the time, you couldn't make bond, right?
Mm-mm.
They put you in jail, county jail?
Yes.
What's that like? I mean, you're a young guy. You're not, been around the block. You haven't, you're not old enough. Not a big guy. You go into county jail. I got to imagine some pretty rough characters in there.
To be honest with you, it was an experience I don't want to redo again, but it was certainly changing to be in there.
But you had to be relieved when all of a sudden, two family members that you met the aunt when you were a kid, but you don't remember her, and then your cousin, they come up with $50,000 to bail you out. How does it make you feel that they believe in you?
Relieved for one. Happy that I have people on my side that believe me, that are just out there for me, looking out for me.
Okay, well let's meet David.
Because, I believe you. I love you, buddy.
Thank you for being there, sir.
I'm not going anywhere, man. I'm gonna be here through this whole thing. I owe it to your mom, man. I can't let you go through this by yourself. We're here for you, man. This whole situation just breaks my heart. I never met this kid until I saw him. His family took him. As soon as his mom passed away, they took him.
But I'm saying before your cousin passed, how come you had never met him before that?
I moved away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I moved
away. So you were away.
Yeah.
All right, and then you were very close with his mom.
I was before she passed away. Yeah.
So but you knew of him, right?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So, and obviously losing your cousin, she was a fairly young woman, right?
Yeah, she was very young.
So how do you hear that he's in jail?
So my aunt had called me and said, hey,
Tara?
we're going to another state. We're going to go visit him. We're going to go see some other family and to kind of get to the bottom of what was going on. And towards the end of the day, Tara said, we're going up to the jail. It's only 2 minutes away. Let's go.
What made you think that he didn't do this?
Just his body language, the way he told us the story. He just made eye contact and said, no, I didn't do this. Yeah. Just the way we talked to him, I can tell that he's telling the truth.
Yeah. You certainly hope so, right?
I absolutely hope so.
Yeah. I mean, because you're kind of going on a big limb here, right?
Absolutely. I had a job. I moved from one city to another city in Florida while all of this was happening. I literally moved the very weekend I picked him up. My last day on my job, I left
all for Kendrick.
All for Kendrick.
Who you had never met before.
No.
All right, and this is your aunt also, right, Tara?
Yeah, she's my aunt.
Let's bring her up.
Your mom can't be here, so I'm stepping up to the plate. You are not alone, ever. And I love you with all my heart. And I'm always here for you. I promise.
He's an 18-year-old guy at the time, 19 now, but accused of sodomy, child molestation, 18 years old, he's in jail for 6 months.
I thought there's no way.
How did you think no way? Because you really didn't know him, right?
Correct.
So why did you think no way?
Because I know how the other family members, how manipulative and vindictive that they are.
She would put this young man in jail over false charges?
Yes.
Wow. What if he fails his lie detector test?
He's still my nephew and I still love him.
Yeah. But you might have to have some serious discussions with him, though.
Yes.
Yeah, because
absolutely.
I mean, if he fails this and he's still going, he just had his bond hearing, that's all he's had. He's got to go back to court.
Correct.
Okay. All right, Kendrick, you're accused of horrific crime here. You, spent 6 months already of your young adult life in county jail. You got to be scared because this is ongoing. They give you any idea what you could go to prison for? How long? They give you a number?
Since I confessed, he had said 12 years.
12 years?
But if I hadn't, it would have been longer.
Oh, since you confessed. Well, you came here today and you took a lie detector test, and we asked you, did you touch the child in question for your own sexual gratification? You answered no. And the result for your lie detector test is that Kendrick told the truth.
We knew it, buddy. We fucking knew it.
I can't imagine everything that you've been through. How do you feel?
Relieved.
Really?
Take your time.
This is just the beginning of the fight, Steve.
Yeah.
Just the beginning of it.
Yeah.
His lawyer doesn't return phone calls. I've been trying to call the guy. I called him 3 times on Thursday, 3 times on Friday. The guy refuses to call us back.
Well, I would hope that, you get a hold of somebody and tell them that you were here and that he passed his lie detector test. Maybe that helps. I certainly would hope so. I'm really glad that you two really guardian angels came into his life. What do you want to say, Kendrick?
Glad it finally came out.
Glad that one part of this battle is over, that I can move on. Right now, I don't know how to explain how I feel, but if I had to choose a word, I feel relieved.
Is there anything you want to say to your cousin and your aunt?
Thank you for being there. Thank you.
Always, buddy. Not going nowhere.
Yep.
Thank you
Make
for
sure you come out of this on top. Your mom will be proud of the person you become.
Well,
Very.
we hope things work out for you with this whole legal situation, and we really would like for you to let us know and update us on what's happening, and hopefully he beats this and you can move on with your life and he can go back to being a normal teenage kid. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Thank you, Steve.